Good morning. How are y'all? He's still here. He's just black. I'll remove him. I'm crying now. Oh, Chris makes me laugh. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Chris is having a bad morning. Chris is having a bad morning. I'm gonna take my glasses off. Um, oh, that was so funny. I gotta calm down my heart. About peed my pants when I saw him. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good morning. I'm gonna let some people join, and I have a lot on my mind. A lot, and I'm trying to go, okay, I'm trying to actually slow my mind down because um there's so much I want to say, and I just want to like and say it all in about 5 seconds, but I need to say it calmly. And um so let me just sit here a minute and kind of get my thoughts together. If I haven't told you about these drinks, I can't drink caffeine anymore. By the way, tomorrow I'm going back to my surgeon that did my ears because I had gone to get a second opinion. I had an MRI. Nothing is wrong with my brain. I don't have a tumor. They do think I have Meniere's disease, and they were going to refer me to a specialist that never called me. So I decided to go back to my surgeon and tell him that I had gotten a second opinion, and they really do think that I have Meniere's disease. Please put me on the medicine. And I don't really know what the medicine is. I know I'm supposed to have some type of balance test, but yesterday my ears were terrible. Terrible. I was so dizzy yesterday afternoon. And so tomorrow afternoon, I have an appointment to go back to my surgeon, and I'm praying that he will give me something to get me better. It's not all the time that I do it. It's just, but it usually happens at least once during the day where I'm just like, but Meniere's disease is awful. Just to let you know. But I can't drink caffeine. And so I started drinking these Sprites that are sugar-free, chill, and I really like them. And I've not had any problems giving up caffeine, but I don't know why I am because it ain't helping. I should just go back to my protein shakes because it ain't helping. So anyway, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. And I just want to say that I've never really talked about Kayla or anything. I've just kind of kept it to myself. But I'm just going to try. I'm not going to just spill my guts with it, but I want to tell you what happens when you become a creator and you introduce people on your channel. So you already knew Kayla, and I made her a character on my farm to y'all. Y'all fall in love with her. And because you love with all your heart and you want to help, you start sending her gifts. You start sending her money. You start giving her valuables. You love her so much that you want to help her pay for her daughter's softball. And I sit and watch this. And then I have to make a hard decision. And she's no longer on my farm. And I can't go into details what has happened. So then Kayla just disappears. And then y'all are heartbroken because you're giving her daughter Christmas presents. You're sending her daughter balloons and flowers for her birthday. You fall in love with Kayla because I make her a character on my farm. And then she goes away. And then for the next year, I have to go, I can't talk about it because I can't talk about it. And I can't explain to y'all what's happened. And then you're saying, "Where's Kayla? Where's Kayla? Where's that girl that used to work with you?" And I have to hear it for one solid year. Where's Kayla? And I realized that not only do I have to protect people on my farm, I also have to protect you. I'm your BFF. I got your back. I'm not going to let anything happen to y'all. So not only do I have to protect workers on my farm or who I make a character on my farm, I also have to protect y'all because y'all love with all your heart. And you trust your Aunt Judy so much that you trust who I make a character on my farm. When I make someone a character on my farm, you fall in love and you trust my decisions. And I have to not only look after the people that I make a character, but I have to look after you because you are kind. You are giving. You are loving. And I have to protect you as well. So I decided to make a long story short, as my page has gotten larger, the center and group home decided that I no longer can post about the people that come here. And I felt kicked in the teeth. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm fixing to hurt the backup dancers so much because y'all have fallen in love with them. Y'all have given to them for Christmas. Y'all are giving right now for them for Christmas. And I did that. I made them a character on my farm. And you guys have fallen in love with them because I've made them a character. And now, because of new rules, they're not going away. Nothing has happened. There's not been an altercation between us and them. They've just decided for their privacy that no one can put them on social media anymore. And I get it. I mean, I do get it. So now y'all are going to be heartbroken because y'all can't see them anymore. And I realized in my heart that I'm creating a disaster on my page by making people characters. I am creating a disaster because you guys are falling in love with these people and you're giving them your all. And my channel needs to be about me, Shane, and Larry. Because at the end of the day, I can control that. But I can't control what happens to the people I make characters on my farm. I mean, you guys have already fallen in love with Desiree. People have sent Desiree stuff because you love with all your heart. And I mean, that nothing has happened with Desiree. Desiree's still here. But at the end of the day, Desiree could leave tomorrow. And then you guys have given her valuables and you may never see her again. And you're like, where'd Desiree go? Oh my gosh, I gave her my mother's necklace and now she's gone. I have to protect you as well. I have a huge responsibility as a creator because, like I said, I have to protect the people that come to my farm and I have to protect you. And when there's 140,000 people following me, and I have to protect 140,000 people on top of protecting the people that come to my farm, it feels like a lot of pressure. But I tell you guys all the time, the only person that I can control is me. And I ain't going nowhere. Shane's not going anywhere. Larry is not going anywhere. I can control that. But I can't control the people that come and go in my farm. For me, as a nonprofit, it feels like nonprofit farms are different from profit farms. Profit farms meaning people on social media that make money. People that do cattle that make money. People for profit is different from people with nonprofit. I do not have a salary. I could. Nonprofits can have a salary, but I don't make enough money to have a salary. Sneed's Farmhouse is a hobby farm. It is not profitable. I don't make enough money to be profitable. So therefore, I want to show you what you're investing in when you watch me. I don't want you to think that you're getting me rich. You're giving back. When you watch my channel, you're giving back to my farm. So I want you to see the group home coming, the people with autism coming, the people with field trips coming, the people that work on my farm. I want to show you because I don't want you to think that you're watching the channel to get Shane and I rich. Because it doesn't work like that. I want to show you that I donate all my eggs to Caring for Kids. That's important right now because of the government shutdown. Shane and I are providing eggs for our community. I want to show you that. I want to show you that each and every week they come to my farm and we sing karaoke and they help clean because I want you to know what you're watching my channel for. And I feel a little scared not putting all that on social media. You're going to think that I do nothing. I'm a nonprofit robbing the system. If someone new was watching me, they have no idea. If someone today watched me, why is she nonprofit? I feel a little scared about my channel, honestly. But I do know who's in control of my channel. And I know even though I don't understand why things are happening right now, I do know that I trust and I know that something great is in if I just sit back and you sit back and I need you to trust me because I am here, like I said, to protect you. And the best decision to protect you is not to have characters on my farm. because you guys have the biggest heart there is. You guys fall in love with my characters, and you want to give because you fall in love. And the person that can control that is me. And I need to be careful about who is on my page to protect you. That's all I'm going to say about that. The next thing that's on my head is talking about the subject today is talking about people that let you down. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know if you can relate to me or not, but I don't know why I always feel like I have to tell my story. When somebody lets me down or there's a problem, you feel like you got to tell your story because it's almost like, there's two sides to a story. And so if the other person says her side of the story, you feel like that is not what happened. That is literally not what happened. I need to tell my side of the story because you feel like the person that's telling the story about what happened between you and her, or you and him, or whatever, you're like, that was not how it went. I am so bad about needing to tell my story. I am awful because I feel like I have to defend myself. I do. But do we really need to tell our story? I feel like people that don't tell their story, they're so strong. Like the people that don't fire back, oh my gosh, they are the bomb.com. I am not that person. I wish, but I want to be. I so want to be that person that doesn't need to tell my story. Don't you? Can you imagine if you got into a fight with somebody and you didn't need to tell your side and you're letting that person just bash you? Can you imagine being so strong that you don't need to tell your side? I want to be that person so bad, but I've never been that person. I've never been strong enough. I'm like, how do you do it? Like, I know one person in my life that's like that. And I sit here and think, how does she do that? But she has so much self-confidence in herself that she doesn't need to tell her side of the story. Let me tell y'all a funny story about people that let you down, per se. On my page, I use real, if you don't know me, I'm Aunt Judy. Did you know you had a redheaded aunt in Alabama? Well, I'm your Aunt Judy, and I got you back. So, this is so funny. Okay. There is this real fancy hotel here in Coleman. Okay. And they asked me and Shane to stay the night so that I could film their hotel because it is incredible. Okay. And it's just this local hotel, and it's a hotel with a meaning. It's called, I'm not going to tell you. I've already told you before. But anyway, so I said to Shane, hey, they want us to stay in the hotel. And I told you guys, he didn't want to stay in the hotel because he didn't want to leave his dogs by themselves overnight. Dog's wife. The dogs won. And so I politely told him that was not how it was going to be. That first I said, first, I have a friend here local. Her name is Marcia. She may be on here right now. But I was like, well, I'll just call Marcia, and me and Marcia will have a girls' night out, and me and Marcia will eat raw cookie dough in the bed and Cokes, and we'll just jump on the bed and have a spend the night girl party, is what I was thinking in my head. When he said he wasn't going, I was like, I'm calling Marcia. me and Marcia gonna have girls' night out. Then I said that to him. I said, I'll call Marcia. And he was like, who's Marcia? I said, the lady that went with me to Vance's performance. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I said, I'll just call her to go with me. And I wasn't mad. I was just like, fine. I'm not begging you. I'm the type of wife, I ain't begging nothing. You don't want to go? Fine. I'll go by myself. I'm not doing that. Oh, here's Marcia. So I said, I'm just going to call Marcia, and I know she'll spend the night with me. And me and her will go out to eat, and we'll jump up and down on the bed and be in our pajamas. And I envisioned, this is what I envisioned for me and Marcia, is Grease when Sandy has to spend the night party and she's smoking cigarettes for the first time. I was like, that's going to be me and Marcia. We're going to pretend like we are going to reenact Sandy at the spend the night party, and I'm going to film, and me and Marcia are going to have a ball. I'm going to make sure we're not going to smoke real cigarettes, because Marcia and I do not smoke cigarettes, but we're going to pretend to be Sandy, wear our pajamas, and I'll be Roz and go, what is the song? Look at me, I'm Sandra D. And I'll be Roz and she'll be Sandra D. That's what I envisioned. I was like, me and Marcia are going to have a ball. And I didn't get mad at Shane, because I was able to think outside the box about how to take care of myself, that my husband did not want to go with me. I was calling Marcia. So then he said, I'll go. And I thought, dang, me and Marcia are going to have the best dang time. But okay, Shane's going with me now. So this whole time, Shane's been going to go with me. I had to listen. We can't just walk out of the house. I have to plan. I have to have somebody for Larry, someone to take. So I said, we'll put the animals to bed. I'll have someone spend the night with Larry, and you and I will go spend the night in the hotel, and we'll go out to eat. I'll film, and then I have to do animals at 8:00 in the morning. And I know Shane's going to get antsy, right? It ain't like we're going to sleep in and call in breakfast. Shane is not that man. I tell y'all, Shane is not that man. We are not having a romantic night and calling for strawberries and pancakes for breakfast to be delivered to us in the hotel room. We got to go. We got things to do. That's Shane. So this has been in the plan the whole entire time. So then, last night, he's on the phone with his friend about to get in the shower. And I'm brushing my teeth. And I overhear him say, I'm probably going to go down to Green Acres on Thursday night. And I did the quick, what did he say? What did he just say? And he said, and I politely interrupted his conversation, and I said, excuse me? And I embarrassed him in front of his friend, I know, and he ignored me. And he said, I'll see you this weekend. He gets off the phone, and he gets in the shower, and I'm fuming. So he's in the shower. Okay, let me back up just a minute. My nephew is a senior in high school, and he plays football. And I've never gone to a game because I always have to put animals to bed, or I have Larry. And I called my brother because his last game is this week. And I was like, I've got to go see my nephew play football. So I said, hey, I'm going to find someone to do the animals and I'm going to come to the game. I'll find somebody to help with Larry. I'm coming to the game. It's his last game. It's his senior year. I'm coming. And he was like, great. So I text message Lily, which is a girl that works with me. I said, hey, if I do the big animals, can you possibly come put my chickens to bed? I want to go see my nephew play football. It's his last football game ever. And she had not texted me back yet. And I was like, this is not going to work. I'm not going to be able to go. It's like every time I want to go somewhere, I never get to go because of Larry, Shane, or the animals. And I was like, okay. So then I said, Shane, listen, I'm not asking because normally I'm polite and I ask, but I'm telling this time. I need you to stay home while I go put the animals. I need you to put the animals to bed because I really want to go to Cutter's game Friday night. And he said, I'll do it. I said, okay, I get to go to my nephew's game. So my other nephew, his brother, texted me yesterday. My nephew is fixing to be 15. He's the one that was adopted from China. The most precious kid you have ever met in your life. Well, he sent me a text message, and he does this often. He said, Aunt Judy, how can I pray for you today? What 15-year-old says that? And I said, I really ask that you pray for Bobby, my younger brother's salvation. Will you please pray for his salvation? Because he is not in a good place. And he said, yes. I said, how can I pray for you? He said, will you please pray that my family is safe when they go to Texas Friday? Friday? I was like, wait a minute. I said, I thought Cutter was playing football Friday. And he said, no, the game is Thursday. I said, well, you tell my brother that he's in trouble because that ruins everything because Thursday I have to go stay in the hotel with Shane. So I can't go to the football game. I wish my brother would have told me that. So I tell Shane, I said, hey, I'm not going to be going to the football game Friday because Cutter doesn't play on Friday. He plays on Thursday. I said, so just go on to the hunting club because you don't have to do animals. So let's go back to the story. Shane tells his friend that he's leaving for Thursday night. And I interrupt him and he ignores me. So then Shane steps in the shower. And I go into silent mode, right? Because that's what we do. I'm mad at him. So he is yelling from the shower. I don't know. He has diarrhea of the mouth and he is just vomiting these words. I don't know why you're mad at me for leaving because you're the one that said, he says, I don't know why you're mad at me for leaving Thursday night because you're the one that said Cutter wasn't playing football. And I'm thinking, I'm out here, not in the shower, going, Lord, please forgive me for fixing to say this, but he is a straight up DA. He's sitting in there having diarrhea of the mouth, and he don't even know what he's talking about. But his little mouth, that mouth of his, y'all, that mouth gets him in so much trouble. And he's in there. Well, he's just smarting off. She mad at me, won't talk to me, and it ain't my fault that she can't go to the football game. She mad at me for leaving Thursday, and she's going to blame this crap on me, acting like it's my fault that she can't go to the football game because I'm leaving Thursday night. And that mouth is just a running. And I'm like, Lord, He's a straight up DA. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't say the whole word, and I know I'm thinking, and it's still a sin, but he is straight up a DA. And that mouth's just a going. And he was like, oh, and now you ain't going to talk to me. Your mouth is silent because I'm leaving Thursday because you're mad at me because you're not going to the football game. And I'm sitting there, and this is what I was thinking. I wished I was number one in his life. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, I wished I was first. Then he gets quiet. Oh, we're going to the hotel. Oh, Thursday night, we're going to the. Really? I still don't say nothing because he's dumb. He's straight dumb. And he gets out of the shower and he goes, so what do we, so then, the diarrhea of the mouth stops and he never says he's sorry. Okay. But he's in there kind of laughing because it dawned on him what was happening Thursday. And so then he says, where are we going to go out to eat Thursday night? So he's trying to pretend like he didn't just have diarrhea of the mouth, right? And I'm sitting here going, I'm a strong son of a gun, is all I can say. These muscles and this brain of mine, having to go to counseling every week because of his DA self is he is so lucky to have this wife of his, because I'm going to tell you, there's not another woman that's going to put up with that. And I'm here to tell you that I know why you were single for 19 years. I got you, is what I was thinking in my head. And he's just being as nice as he can be, just as nice. We'll go anywhere you want to eat, where you want to eat. So then I start naming all the places he hates. I want to eat sushi. Sushi? Yes. Let's don't eat sushi. I'm like, okay, I want a Denny's hamburger. Denny's? Yes. No, let's don't eat it, Denny's. Okay, I want slim chickens. You want fast food? Yep. I want to go through slim chicken. I start naming every place he hates. And he starts laughing. Then he comes in and he gets in the bed and he comes over close to me. He's like, yeah, we're going to go Thursday night. He goes, what are we going for exactly? And I am just, I want to choke him. And he's like, I don't really understand why are we going to this hotel? And how much did this cost? I said, DA, we're going to film. You're fixing to film us porn? And I'm like, oh my God, bless America, dear Jesus. Please help this man. He is a lost sinner. He's like, and he was like, you're about to film us. Where are you putting this? And I'm like, seriously, right now? Seriously, dear Jesus, you cannot mean that I am meant for this man, because he's crazy. So then I start laughing, and then I want to be mad, right? And I'm dying laughing because he goes into this spiel. You're fixed to film us and put it on social media. Are you kidding me right now? And I'm like, why do I talk? What am I in this marriage? Does anybody in this house listen to anything that I say? Because it's like when I talk to him about something that I want to do, it goes in one ear and out the other. So he can't figure out why we're going to the hotel. Do you remember us having a conversation No, I'm not filming us doing porn. I'm filming for the dang hotel. Do you not remember me talking about it? I was going to go film for the hotel so I could show what inside the rooms look like for the hotel. And we're getting a free night. Remember? Dear Lord, help his soul is all I can say. And I thought in my head, and I said to him, I said, it would be so nice for me to be first in your life. It would be so like incredible for me to be number one in your life. But I ain't. I'm down here like 4 or 5. And I sit here and I'm like, when people let you down, what do you do with it? And I thought so many times, like, since I've had this farm, I've just wanted to get away for one night, or I just like want to go to pedals without worrying, or I want to be able to leave and not worry about, I want to be able to go to Advance's performance and not have to worry about the farm, or I need to have surgery and not worry about the farm. But I don't have that per se. That is not what my life is like. And I thought, how do you stay happy in a marriage when you don't feel like you're number one? And I thought in my head, the only person I could, oh, I need my preaching stick. We're going for pink today. The preaching stick needs sticking out because the marriage needs Jesus. The only person you can control is yourself, your thoughts. Am I really not number one in Shane's life? It feels like it. It does sometimes. It's like hunting season comes and I am on the back burner. He don't worry about home. He don't worry about me and Larry being here. He don't worry about me with me doing the animals and Larry by myself. He is leaving. And it sometimes feels like that I am not number one. But the only person I can control is myself. So when people let you down, what do you do? And this is the thing. I realize I just told you the story, and I'm telling you the story because I want you to understand that in life, people let you down. And it's usually your family members that let you down. Usually. Especially with the holidays coming on, your family, because you're like, I don't know about you, but like when I think about like my family, I don't know why, but like I want to be June Cleaver. Do y'all know who June Cleaver is? From Leave It to Beaver, the sitcom. June Cleaver was this mom, and she was always calm. And she had this apron on, and she was just like the perfect mom, the perfect wife, the perfect family, the picket fence. And when I visualize, like, especially like holidays, I envision to be June Cleaver I envision to wear the apron, to be in the kitchen, everyone love my cooking, everyone singing Christmas carols around the piano, people loving every gift that they get, people just the family getting along and loving being together, and nobody's late for the family event. No one wants to leave early. Everyone likes to be around each other. And oh my God, my family is so far from that. It is not even funny. And they let me down all the time because my expectations are to be June Cleaver. Even in my marriage, I envision a marriage. You know the feeling that you feel when you first start dating someone? You have that little butterflies in your stomach, and the guy or the girl is doing everything in their let me try again. Everything possible to try to impress you. Like everything is just perfect. They're paying for the meal. They tell you you look beautiful. I mean, everything is just, they open the car door for you. They're respectful. They don't say bad words in front of you. They're just like they put you up on a pedestal. And that's what I vision marriage being. Honestly, I do. That's why I keep failing at marriage is because my expectations are what I saw growing up, which is not my parents. It was Cinderella, wearing the beautiful dress, and the Prince Charming brings her the shoe, and they fall in love, and it's beautiful. And she went from being a maid to a beautiful princess. And Romeo and Juliet, and Romeo's down at down from her window going, Romeo, Romeo, how art thou, Romeo? And Romeo comes up and he's talking to the princess from you know what I'm saying? That's what I envision of a marriage. And it's so far from that. Instead, I got this man that's having vomiting words in the shower that he doesn't even know what he's talking about, that doesn't say he's sorry, that is a straight up DA. That's what I have. And he is not Romeo. He is not Ken. He is not, me being Snow White sitting and him kissing me and I wake up. It ain't happening. And I don't know why they come up with all these things for these children to watch because it's so far from the truth. It's not even funny. And I've had the wrong expectation of a marriage since I was a small kid because I want to be in a family where I am June Cleaver, where my kids absolutely love everything that I do. Everything that I cook is absolutely delicious. Like when I was a kid and we went to our grandmother's for Thanksgiving or Christmas, oh my gosh, my grandmother could cook so good. And I want to be that grandmother. I want to be the grandmother that the grandkids come over and go, "Oh my gosh, you have never tasted food so good like me, Moss." And it ain't gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. People let me down all the time. Why can't people be like me? That's the $1,000,000 question. This world would be a better place if there were more Aunt Judys. Mhm. But instead, my family is so far janked up. It's not even funny. Like just to get us together for Christmas, my mom and dad have passed away. My other brother is sick. You know what? It's tell it like it is Tuesday. It ain't even Tuesday. Tell it like it is Wednesday. My brother has been hooked on meth for 8 years and just got out of jail and is still janked up. Okay? That is my younger brother. My older brother lives an hour away from me that has 6 children that really we talk on the phone almost every day. I love my older brother with all my heart, and I love my nieces and nephews. I don't know why it's so hard for us to get together for Christmas. I think it's because it's awkward, because it's just us, and Shane goes hunting, and nobody wants to be around each other. And nobody wants to drive to my house. I don't want to drive to their house. And it's sad. It's so sad. And I get janked up every Christmas. People let me down because I had this expectation of like what it was like when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we went to my grandmother's house because my mom was a single mom. We went to my grandmother's house, and my aunt would come from Texas, and we had this wonderful family gathering that everybody wanted to be at. I think maybe I was a kid and didn't know any better. But as a kid, I thought my whole family wanted to be together. My aunt and uncle lived next door to my mom. All of us came to my grandmother's, and we all had Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner. My grandmother fixed what was called hamburger gravy, which was an army meal. My grandfather was in the army, and that's what they ate. And so my grandmother mimicked that recipe, and we were all Christmas morning. We had hamburger gravy with homemade biscuits, and the whole family was there. And it was so much fun. And my kids have never experienced that because my parents died when they were young. And they don't have a grandmother that they go to their house, and it's like it just feels so disappointing to me. And it's just like my husband lets me down, my kids let me down, my friends let me down, my family lets me down, and it's just sad. It's just sad. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you wish things were different? Do people let you down? I mean, dang, even something simple as saying, "Hey, we're going to a hotel room." That jackleg can't even remember what we're doing. Why we're even going to the hotel. He's done got hunting on his mind, and he's leaving Thursday night. Can I be number one at least one time during the year? Like, can you remember like one? But he can't. He was like, "Well, you're the one that didn't remind me." Dude, I have to remind you you have a date with me? Are you flipping kidding me right now? I have to remind you 455 times that we have a date on Thursday night. And I sit here and I'm like, I have this expectation about going to this hotel. I have this expectation that it's going to be great and wonderful. And I know what's going to happen because we have we have to go let the dogs out before they go to bed. So we're going to put the animals to bed, go check in the hotel, come back and let the dogs out. Then me, mom, papa all going to bed at 8 o'clock. And then we got to get up at 5 a.m. because he's putting his shoes on and his shirt on at 5 a.m. and we're leaving. He's got things to do. He's going to have to go to Green Acres. I should have called Marcia. Me and Marcia would have had a much better time. I feel like canceling on him and going, "Hey, listen, I've been thinking about this. You go on and go to Green Acres on Thursday night because I've already talked to Marcia, and Marcia and I are going to have a spend the night party. And we're going to reenact Sandy and Roz, and I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be absolutely hilarious. And I will get more views on that video than I am of your old jackleg self." That's what I feel like. Okay. I need you to hear me. And I need you to hear me loud and clear. The preaching stick is here. You have choices in life. Even when people let you down, even when it's the person that you are partners with, you have a choice. Even though your heart is broken by your family these holiday seasons, and even though your spouse or your friend or your brother or your sister let you down, you have a choice. Believe it or not. I have the choice of hating my husband's guts and running like Forrest Gump. I have that choice. I have the choice of resentment and going, he is so far not the person that I want him to be. I have the choice to see outside the box. I remember one time I was going through hard times, and I don't remember if it was my mom or my dad, but somebody told me to make a list and get a sheet of paper out and make a list. I want you to write down everything good and everything bad about that person. And if the good outweighs the bad, then you're doing okay. And when I get my sheet of paper out and I write down all the good and all the bad, definitely 100%, there's more good in Shane than there is bad. That man does love me. He got a funny way of showing it. Trust me. But that man, when he looks at me and he makes me laugh, there's no doubt in my head that he loves me. I don't know if Shane wasn't brought up right or what. He has quirky ways. And I end up like when he was in the shower having diarrhea of the mouth, that I was mad at him because my nephew's game got canceled and I was blaming it on him. I ended up, I was laughing so hard because he's so dumb. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that jackleg don't even know what he's talking about. And I was sitting there, I had tears rolling down my face because we both do that. Like when I get mad when he says something ugly and I get in the shower, I'll start having diarrhea of the mouth. And I'll be like, oh yeah, let me just tell you, he's mad at me. Well, let me tell you what. And I say it so he can hear me. And we end up making each other laugh because we go to an exaggeration, you know. And I was laughing so hard going, that guy literally thinks that I am mad because he's leaving to go hunting because I can't go to my nephew's game. And I had a choice. I mean, I could still be mad at him right now, going, I'm not number one. I mean, me trying to make this night special, like, I could be so mad right now. I mean, I feel like I'm not number one. I could have let it I could have been mad till Thursday. But in my head, that's not who I want to be. I can't fix him. I wished I could. I really do. That mouth of his gets him in so much trouble. That brain of his, oh my God, it ain't wired right. But when I put down the list of the good and bad, the good outweigh the bad by far. So I have to go into this hotel staying as if I go with expectations that we're going to have this wonderful evening, just him and I, where we don't have to worry about the dogs. We don't have to worry about the animal. We don't have to worry about Larry. Like, our minds can escape. If I have that expectations, I'm going to be let down. If I have the expectations going in the holidays that I'm going to be June Cleaver and that my kids are going to rave over my food, or that everybody in the family can't wait to get to my house to have Christmas because it's so much fun, I'm going to be so let down. I am. So when you sit and have a choice of sitting it out or dance, how do you dance? I'm going to tell you, the only way I can dance when people let me down is to put on a really thick pair of glasses and see the big picture and check the facts. Pause. Okay, you just said you're not number one in Shane's life. Okay, is that a fact? It feels like it, but I'm really in emotional mind because that's not true. Unfortunately, God blessed me with a man that is severely ADHD, and he's not medicated. Okay. And unfortunately, you can tell him things and it doesn't stick in his brain. And unfortunately, I have this husband with severely ADHD, and I do have to remind him, don't forget, we have to go to the hotel 455 times. I do. I have the man that is not, I tell you all the time, he's not bringing me a gift. He's for my birthday. He's not bringing home roses. He's not buying me jewelry. He's not doing any of that. A girl's the things that girls like per se is not happening. But that man can make me anything. Wait till y'all see my Thursday video of what that trailer looks like. I have purposely not put it on Facebook and not put it on YouTube. I have not put the steps, but wait until you see what he has done to this trailer. He is literally the smartest man I know. where he has no brain and he's ADHD and he can't remember nothing. He has this great quality that he literally can do anything. I'm here to tell you there is not another man like Shane Sneed besides his daddy. Shane is a businessman, the smartest man I know. I will never go hungry because that man can fix anything. I will never starve. I will never be homeless. My biggest fear will never happen because if Shane got fired from his job today, he literally can do anything to make money. And Shane, if you're watching this video, honey, I hate to disappoint you, but we're not filming porn. But you made me laugh really hard, and you took away all the pissed off because you made me laugh. I literally almost peed on my pants when you thought that we were doing that. He didn't really think it, I don't think, because he knows us better, but like he made me laugh. And that's another good trait about Shane is he always I can't be mad at him. He makes me laugh. So when you have choices, when people let you down, because they are, you have to remember that you have a choice. Sitting it out is not getting that sheet of paper and writing down, is this really something that I need to be mad about, or do I need to get over it? Because there are things that you need to be mad about, right? I mean, there are. There's times when you have to walk away from people because they're not lifting you up. They're pulling you down. Toxic people do not need to be in your life. Shane is not a toxic person. You have the choice to dance. And dancing is putting on the thick pair of glasses and understanding that you have to know your loved one's weakness and you can't play off of it. Shane truly cannot remember. I don't know why. I see it all the time, but his brain spins so fast. He is busy trying to figure out what he's got to do next. I got to fix it. I got to move it because Shane has to always be doing something with his hands. He's got to be building, fixing, making something. So you have the choice to sit it out or dance. And what are you going to do? I go live every Monday and Wednesday to help you try to be the best version of yourself. And I always tell you to choose dance because dancing is where I got to how I am today. I love you guys. Be looking for the video Thursday. It is amazing what my husband can do. He's amazing. I'll see y'all later. Bye.